Writing a story is like going on an adventure. You can make anything happen, but you need to follow a map. Let's learn how to create that map. Now, there are 3 steps to writing a story. Step 1 is the beginning, part of your story. Start by telling where your story happens. Then, add who is in your story, characters who are taking part in your story. For example, in a small, cozy house at the edge of a forest lived a curious little fox named Fred. Now you have introduced the setting, which is a small, cozy house at the edge of a forest, and you have also introduced the character, who is a curious little fox named Fred. Step 2 is the middle. This is where something exciting or tricky happens. The problem happens over here. Now use your 5 senses to describe what's happening. What are the 5 senses? Sight, taste, hearing, smell, and touch. So these 5 senses need to be used while you're writing your English composition. So for example, Fred sniffed the air. So all 5 senses need to be used in your English composition. Now, an example can be Fred sniffed the air. Something delicious was baking in the kitchen. He peeked through the window and saw a steaming pie on the table. Now, look how we're using adjectives. Now, isn't your mouth filling up with water, thinking about this steaming pot of pie on the table, and you're using your sense of sight? Step 3, the end. Solve the problem. How does the story finish? For example, Fred's nose led him straight to the pie, but oh no, the baker caught him. Instead of being upset, the baker shared a slice with Fred and they became friends. Okay, so you could see the way the story was structured. Beginning, the start of the story, you have to introduce the setting, the characters, what is happening in the story. Step number 2, the middle. This is where something exciting happens. This is where the problem takes place. And finally, the end, step number 3. This is how the story ends.